Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome to the house. My name is Chisom. Basically what I do here is to give you tips and gist about my life abroad, relocation abroad, how you can relocate, information that will benefit you. If this is the kind of content you want to watch, you want to keep updated with, please, this is the time for you to click on the subscribe button, subscribe, and always remember to share and to like our videos so that YouTube can boost it and it will reach more audience. To all my old subscribers that keep coming back to watch my videos, you guys are the real MVPs. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the encouragement. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the views. Last video I made, I showed you people how to create your Express Entry profile. You know, if you have not watched the video, please do well to go and watch it. I believe that by now, most of you would have activated that process. If you don't have your IELTS yet, you want to write your IELTS or you want to get your credentials evaluated, you have to start doing it now. Of course, you know that you can't write your IELTS without your passport, your international passport. So before you can actually write your IELTS, the first thing first is to go get your international passport, then register for your IELTS, write your IELTS, get your credentials evaluated, and go straight away to create your Express Entry profile. Why are we focusing on Canada these days? Like, Canada is opening their borders, guys. Like, when other countries are kind of, making policies and laws that are not favorable to migrants, Canada is like saying, you guys should come. We need you. Like, almost every province in Canada is running a lot of provincial nominations now, streams and, opportunities for you to actually move to Canada. It's really interesting. I'll be teaching it out here to you guys. And you also make your research. I always advise people to always make your research. Go to canada.ca, make your research. You'll be amazed the kind of opportunities you will find out there. So that being said, in this video today, I told you previously that there are two ways you can boost your score when you're in the Express Entry pool. One of those ways is for you to get a job offer. Apply for jobs. Immediately you have created your profile. The next thing is not just to sit and wait for them to be drawing. You need to go ahead and do something by applying for jobs or applying for provincial nominations. So today, I am going to show you how you can apply for jobs in the job bank, how you can know jobs that are available to overseas candidates, employers that can employ from the overseas, how you can structure your CV in such a way that it meets Canadian templates or Canadian formats, and then most importantly, your cover letter. These are the things we're going to be looking into in this video. So let's just get started, guys, so that this video, I don't intend it to be long. I want it to be as short as possible. Let's get started. And of course, like always, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you because we're going to go to Job Bank together so that you will see what I'm doing, demonstrate it. When you get there, it will be more easier for you because you've gotten the basic knowledge of how to navigate the website. Come with me, guys. Let me show you. Okay guys, so we're on the website for the government of Canada. As always, I've always encouraged you guys and advised that anytime you want to get any information relating to Canada, immigration or any services you want to, always go and use this website, canada.ca. There is no link you're looking for that you won't find here. All the links you can ever look for, you find under this website. Because if you just go and use Google, you might land yourself in the wrong website. So we're in the Government of Canada website. We're going to scroll down to go to Jobs Portal. So here, you look for find a job. You use the job bank. You see, it has brought us to the job bank. Now this, if you look at the website, it has changed to jobbank.gc.ca. It has now linked us to this other website that is meant for government jobs in Canada. So when you come to Job Bank, you're going to use this tool to find the jobs you're looking for, the type of job you're looking for, and location where these jobs are located. If you don't have any particular location in mind, maybe you are just freely or you're just open to move to anywhere, you just put Canada. So that being said, this is just the portal. But before you can be able to access this portal, you have to create an account and log in. So you go here and say you're a job seeker. They have options, job seekers or employers. You choose job seekers. Okay, so after you have signed in, you can now be able to say, this is the type of job you're looking for. This is the location where you're looking for the job. You just put in the job, put in the location, and then you use the search button. So in this job bank, there are two types of accounts you can open in this job bank. You can either have a standard account or a plus account. The standard account is the account you just need your email address to create, while the plus account is the account you will create using your Express Entry profile number. So let's go and see. Now look at this. Okay, look at the standard account. Sign up today and start using tools and services that can help you find a job. All you need is an email address. So basically, the job bank, you can be able to access job bank even without having an Express Entry profile. You just need your email address. But then there are some features the plus account will give you, which is more beneficial, that you will not get if you're using this standard account. Look at the features the standard account can give you. You can customize your search, get notified about new job postings, prepare to apply. But then if you are using the plus account, you get matched with employers by filling out a profile and letting them do the rest. Receive invitations to apply from verified employers who will be able to see your profile and qualification. Now, for this plus account, you need to have an Express Entry profile before you can create a plus account. Okay, so that being said, the next thing that is very important when you're looking for job or applying for opportunities is building a good resume. An effective resume should promote your abilities and include tangible accomplishments that are relevant to the job you apply for. You should also prepare a cover letter that is concise and elaborate on how you can put your skills to use in the organization. So, like I told you guys, your cover letter is as important as your resume. So while you are preparing yourself to get a good resume, do not overlook your cover letter. Your cover letter is what sells you. It's what even goes ahead to tell the employer this is your ability. You can also state there the things you have accomplished. Promote yourself, sell your market. But when it is just a resume, it's just like copy and paste. You go to the job requirements, you see, okay, they need somebody that is strategic, somebody that can withstand stand for a long period of time. It's just like you saying, I can do this. Look at my skills. My skills include you are just listing the duties. For example, you are applying for a cook, and then you come to your resume. You are just listing the duties of a cook on your resume, which is basically what every other applicant we have. So Canadian resume has a template. They have do's and don'ts. There are things you cannot put in your Canadian resume. It has a template. It has a format you have to build your resume so that it can match with Canadian standard. On this website also, you will find how to write a good resume. Your resume must clearly, concisely, and strategically present your qualification to get a recruiter interested in meeting you. Okay, writing resume do's and don'ts. Number one, keep your resume clear and concise. An employer takes an average of 30 seconds to skim a resume. You want them to see right away that you're qualified for the position. So don't make your resume unnecessarily long. For people that will have like 3 pages, 4 pages resume, there's no need for all that. 2 pages max is okay. Proofread your resume numerous times. Be sure there are no spelling or grammatical mistakes. Have someone else read it over as well. A simple spelling mistake on your resume can give a negative impression to the employer. It can even prevent you from getting the job. I will advise you people to download Grammarly. Grammarly, you use it to proofread your work. I used it very well when I was doing my dissertation. You use it to proofread your work. I think it's a free software. If you want to pay for the premium, you can also pay for the premium monthly or yearly subscription. But then it's free to just proofreading your work. Whenever you finish writing your resume or your letter, Grammarly will help you check for spelling errors or for grammatical mistakes. So limit your resume to 2 pages. Place the emphasis on your resume on your most recent experience. Older jobs and experience that are more than 15 years old should either be cut out or minimized. This way, the employer can focus on more relevant information. So if you're writing your resume, some of us in Nigeria, when you're writing your resume, you even put job experience of when you did your NYC in 2008, or when you did your first job in 2009. Those ones are not needed. Put your most current, at least 2 most current or 3 most current jobs that you have done that shows that, okay, these skills are current. And another advice I'll give you is, when you're writing your resume, don't give employer that you don't have job sustainability. That is, your turnover rate, the rate at which you're changing employers is too much. Maybe between 2010 or 2020, for example, to 2003, you have worked in 5 places. It's not good for your resume. Pick out at least 2 or even 1. You can even show them that you have been working in one place since 2006, but you have been getting promotion. Maybe you joined this organization as a teller, and then you got promoted up to the position where you are now in the same organization. It gives the employer the idea that you have a job in a very good, stable organization, and you're doing well in your job for them to be promoting you. It sells you. Okay? So tailor your resume to suit the position you're applying for. Specify work experience or achievements that are related to the position you're applying. This can be done by reviewing the job description or the employer website. So basically, when you're applying for a job, always go, whenever you see a job advert, always go to the job advert. There's always a person specification in each job advert. There's always duties and responsibilities that you're expected to be doing on that role, in that role. So don't use one resume fits all. Once you have one resume, you use it to apply for all the jobs that you come across. No, always go and tailor your resume to match with that job. For example, they said they're looking for a cashier, and the duties of the cashier is that the person will be collecting money from customers, tilling money for customers, checking that customers that are buying goods are of age, for example, alcoholic drinks or regulated drinks. Then make sure that in your resume, you are tailoring your experience to show that you once worked in this other company as a cashier, and these are what you also did in that company. You yourself, now you have known from the job specification that you have experience in this is what you did during your time there. How else do you show it to the employer if not to put it in your own resume that you have experience also in cashiering, and this is exactly what you did? Sometimes I advise people to just go to that job description, copy it, and paste it in your own resume that this is what you have experience in. Tailor, structure 1 or 2 words so that it will not look like verbatim, but then let them know that this thing they are looking for, you have it. And most of the time also, if the company is company that uses these tools for recruitment apps, you find out that when you put in your resume and pick up those keywords, the app will be able to pull your resume from the list of all the resumes, because most of the time it's not even human beings that look at this resume. That is the advantage of tailoring your resume to the job position. It's a software. So the software will be able, they will key in the keywords they are looking for. If they say they are looking for somebody that have experience in this, or somebody that have this kind of skills and abilities, you will find out that if you don't put it on your resume, that software will not be able to pull up your file when they are running it. Highlight what you have accomplished. You want to be able to identify the best examples of where you demonstrated your skills. These examples should speak to what you achieved in your role and should demonstrate that what kind of employee you are. So basically, when you're writing your resume, don't make it look like a one-way traffic. Make it engaging and be honest. Be what? Honest. Lying on your resume is never a good idea. You don't want to overstate your skills or results, as it will mislead the employer. Have good confidence in what you have to offer. So don't lie on your resume. Please always be honest. Quantify your achievements. Use firm numbers that the employer will understand and be impressed by. For example, how many people you supervised, how many products you sold, by what percentage you increased sales. Use simple words and action verbs. The person reading your resume might not always be the employer. Resumes can be reviewed by recruiters or human resources specialists who may not be familiar with your specific field. Use simple and plain language, but also persuasive verbs such as handled, managed, helped, increased, accomplished, and the rest of them. Include unpaid work that show off your skills. If you have volunteered with a well-known organization or worked for an important cause, put it in your resume. You should include these experiences under the work experience or the volunteer work section, especially if they are related to the position you're applying for. Double check and include your contact information. Your resume should list your name, address, email, and phone number. This information should be placed at the top of the first page. Also make sure this information is accurate, otherwise the employer won't be able to contact you. Okay, so after seeing the do's of a resume writing, let us look at the don'ts. Don't use an inappropriate email address. If you use an inappropriate email address, it will look so unprofessional. Make sure your email address is easy to read, easy to type, professional, and non-offensive. Don't include unnecessary personal information. In Nigeria, in our personal information, we even put married, we even put female or male, we even put local governments of origin, we even put state of origin. All those things are not necessary for a Canadian format resume. The only thing they need there in your contact information is just your name, your address, and your phone number. No other thing. Nobody cares whether you're a male or a female. Please don't go and be putting male or female. Please don't go and be putting married or single. Please don't go and be putting your local government of origin or your state of origin or languages spoken. No, please. Or your age. No, it's not a Canadian format of writing resume. Don't include a picture of yourself. Although in some countries it may be acceptable to include a photo, it is not the norm in Canada. It can actually lower your chances of obtaining a position and divert the work focus of your resume. Don't use too many bullet points. Make your resume easy to read by limiting each resume section or subsection to 5 to 7 bullet points. Don't use personal pronouns such as I, me. Write your resume in third person as if it's being written by someone else. Writing your resume, especially when it comes to the professional summary side, don't go on and be saying I am this, I am a well-detailed individual, I am this, I am that. Make it look like someone else is writing it on your behalf. Okay, so don't simply list job responsibilities. I've said this before. Make it look like sentences. Your job duties will be obvious from your job title. Instead, highlight your achievement by putting a personal spin on your job duties and providing specific examples. Don't make general statements. Stay clear from vague statements that don't highlight your actual contribution. Unclear statements such as responsible for improving efficiencies and making cost savings does not provide any information to an employer. Don't include reasons for leaving your previous jobs. The main purpose of your resume is to promote you. Your skills, experience, and achievement should be entirely positive and therefore should not include reasons for leaving your previous job. So even if you want to put reasons for leaving your previous job now as an overseas candidate, you can just say relocation. You don't necessarily need to. In fact, let there not even be any place in your resume where there is a heading reason for leaving your previous job. Don't include references. An employer only requires references if they are seriously considering hiring you. Keep references on a separate sheet and provide them only when they are specifically requested. Nigerians, we do this a lot. You come to people's resume, you'll be seeing managers, their managers' numbers, their colleagues' numbers, and everything. Please don't do it. It's not a Canadian format of writing your resume. You don't even want to expose people's details, people's contact details. You don't even know how many places you are going to be submitting application, both the ones that were not only successful. You don't even want to do that. So keep the resumes until when it's for that place where there's resume. Leave it at all, leave it out entirely. If you must put it, just put will be provided on request. If not, just forget that heading resume. So don't include hobbies or interests. It is not recommended to mention hobbies because of the judgments potential employers can make. We are very used to doing this in Nigeria. We always have that portion of our resume, that part where we say hobbies, swimming, cooking, dancing. Please don't put it in your resume. It's not a Canadian format of writing resume. So, guys, you have seen the do's and the don'ts of how to write your resume and how to apply for jobs. So, for example, let's go and look for a job. For example, you say you're looking for the job of a cashier, and location, you say all of Canada, for example, and then you look at search. So you look at this job, it is permanent. You look at all the specifications, overview. The language is English. The education is bachelor's degree, experience 2 to 3 years, work setting, retail business, tax. This is your responsibilities. Authorize payments by check, resolve problems that arise. So in your resume now, you have to copy this tax and put it in your resume as where you have experience. So now look at this. Whenever you are looking for job, always come to the end of that job advert. You will see this particular box. This box indicates that this job is only meant for people who are in Canada. As an overseas candidate, you cannot apply for this job. Okay, once you see this icon, it means that only apply to this job if you're a Canadian citizen, a permanent or temporary resident of Canada, you have a valid work permit to work in Canada. That means that this employer does not have the labor impact assessment certificate to employ candidates from overseas. So whenever you are looking for jobs, you are looking for jobs with employers who can employ candidates from overseas. Let's look for another job. If you look at this job as a cashier supervisor, this one is NBA Gas Limited. They are looking for, they have vacancies for 3 people, 3 vacancies, and then you look at all other information relating to the job. English language, that is, Canada uses both English and French language. So most of the time when you're looking for a job, they specify whether they want a French speaker or an English language speaker or a person that can speak both. So this one is English language. Education is secondary school graduation or equivalent. Experience, you have 1 year to less than 1 year experience. You look at this box, you can see the icon here is no longer the red icon that says you cannot apply if you are from abroad. This one says who can apply. The employer accepts application from Canadian citizens, permanent residents, and other candidates with or without a valid Canadian work visa. So what it means is that this employer is receiving people application from overseas candidates. You can go ahead to employ to this kind of jobs when you see them. Another way to make your job search very easy for you is to use filters. Once you come to the job bank website, go and use filters. When you go to filters, you go down to where they say location or people who can apply for the job. You choose to select to see only jobs that can be applied to by overseas candidates. So that way it will just bring out only jobs that you can apply as an overseas candidate for you. All right. Usually in Canada is usually application is usually by sending a mail. You can see this, how to apply. You send an email to this email address, or you can send a mail to their address here. Okay, so that is why you need a CV and a cover letter. All right, guys, so that is it. If you look at these other jobs, there are so many of them here. Look at all the jobs that you can apply for as a cashier in different provinces in Canada. Okay, guys, so that is how you can go to the job bank and search for jobs. Okay, so from our demonstration, you could see that to create an account in job bank, it's either you create a standard account or a plus account. A standard account is just what you need your email address to create, and a plus account is if you already have a profile or you're already in the Express Entry profile, you create your plus account because it's going to ask you for your Express Entry profile number. That way employers will be more, I think a plus account has its own benefits because employers now know that you're admissible, you're eligible and all that. So they are more ready to work with you. Even the job bank itself will be matching you with employers who are more ready and willing to, engage you and all that. So after you have created your resume, you saw how this resume standard for Canada. You saw that a lot of things we have in our resumes in Nigeria is not a Canadian format of writing resume. Please go through that do's and don'ts. In case if you missed anything, go back, replay the video again, get all those details. Make sure that in your own resume, you effect all those changes. And then again, your cover letter is as important as your resume. Your cover letter is what sells you. Your cover letter is as important as your CV. I don't know how else to emphasize on it. If, for example, you go maybe to a salon to make your hair, for example, and you see somebody who says, okay, I can braid this type of hair. And you ask this person, can you braid this hair? The person says, yes, I can braid this hair. This hair requires you to do this, do this, do this, do this. The person says, yes, I can do it. Okay? And then you see some other person that is telling you that I can braid this hair. I've been braiding hair since I was a kid. This is how I started braiding hair. I have experience in braiding all types of hair. I even have a customer that, her hair is natural, that she says she doesn't want to texturize. And because of my skills, I'm able to manage her hair. I'm able to manage the hair in a way that she is loving it natural. There's even another customer that her hair is always cutting. I gave the customer solution on hair treatments that she can be using. And then I know how to either tighten or loosen the braids to avoid cutting a customer's hair. Out of my experience with braiding hair to vast majority of customers, who are you going to leave your hair for? Who are you going to leave your hair for? Of course, you will leave your hair to this person that went further to sell themselves. So that is the main reason for a cover letter. That is what a cover letter does for you. It kinds of is a place where you can now come and explain to the employer, convince the employer that you can do this. Tell the employer the reason why you're better than this other candidate. Tell the employer the reason why you have experience in this job and you think you're the best fit for this job. So guys, your cover letter is as important as your resume. When you go to that job bank website, there's also where you can see advice on how to do a very good cover letter. You can always read that up, do your research, do your cover letter, and start applying. Okay, then in our next video, guys, we're going to be talking about other ways you can boost your scores in the Express Entry pool, which is provincial nominations. So in our next video, there's this particular province that they have been calling me, like this province, they have been giving it to us hot. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned, guys. In the next video, I'm going to mention this province to you. I'm going to go into this province with you. As always, I'll always show you my screen. I have my receipt, so don't miss it. Stay tuned until the next video, guys. Do take care of yourself. Love yourself. Bye-bye.